Hi, my name is Mike Parker. I'm your instructor for this series. I'm the director of Muay Thai, or Thai boxing, in the state of Oklahoma, under the direction of Arjan Chai Sirsut of the Thai Boxing Association of the USA. I'm also a full instructor under Guru Dan Inosanto in the Filipino arts and Jun Fan Gung Fu and Jeet Kune Do concepts. In the 5th DVD, we will put it all together. We've covered boxing, elbow strikes, knee strikes, and kicking. Now I will show you training methods, counter strikes, more counter strikes, and we'll also address grappling situations and hitting on the ground. So let's get started. Okay, this first section is called methods of training or ways of training. Solo training is training by yourself. When you don't have a partner, when you don't have equipment to train with, you can always train by yourself. The first thing we'll do is shadow box. You can shadow box anything. Any technique you know, you can shadow box it. You can mimic the motion. In shadow boxing, you want to work on all of the boxing techniques that you know and put them all together in a random, just like you're fighting someone, except there's no one there. That's why they call it shadow boxing. Okay, so from a boxing stance, you can shadow box the jab. As you jab, move like you're fighting somebody, high jab, low jab, double them up. Just shadow box with the jab. Bang, bang. Just play a tune with your jab. You can also shadow box just the cross. High, middle, double. You can put the jab and cross together. Randomly shooting out whatever one you want. So it's not robotic. You shouldn't be going this, 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 this. It's not a robot. It's movement, and be alive when you're moving, when you're punching. Think of different combinations. Jab, cross, jab, 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 cross. Then you can shadow box the hook. High hook, middle hook. And then put it together with jab, cross, hook. And then put your uppercuts. When you shadow box, think up as many different combinations as you can do. Be as alive as possible. Be creative when you shadow box. Don't try to do the same thing all the time. Think up different scenarios, different ways of moving, different combinations to throw. Now I'm going to use some bobbing and weaving, more body motion with my hands. Okay, I'm going to have a couple of my students come out. I want you to watch them shadow box. And I'll call out to them what I want them to do, and then they're just going to randomly do whatever punches they want to do. Okay, you guys, shadow box with the jab. Go. Notice each one has a little bit different take on it, a little bit different style. One guy's longer, this guy's shorter. Each have a move differently, but they're both jabbing. Okay, shadow box the cross. Good, shadow box the jab cross. Notice how they both move different. They throw different numbers of left and right hands. Good, now shadow box just the hook, the left hook. Good, now jab, cross, hook. You should be able to shadow box all your punches, going forward, backward, circling left, circling right. Be as creative as possible. Throw some uppercuts. Okay, everything goes now. Jab, cross, hook, uppercuts, bob, weave. Forward, backward. Good, you guys, thanks. Shadow boxing is homework for boxing, like any other subject. If you do your homework, the chances of you passing the test are much better. Shadow boxing will really fine-tune and sharpen your boxing skills. That's it for shadow boxing. In Muay Thai, they both shadow box and Thai shadow box. When you Thai shadow box, that means you're going to be in a Thai boxing stance rather than a boxing stance. So when you open up into a Thai stance or a kicking stance, this is what it looks like when you're shadow boxing in the Thai boxing style. So you can shadow box with the boxing, but you step into the boxing structure from the kicking stance. Go back in, because the Thais move in and out of the boxing and kicking stance while they're fighting. The other tools besides boxing are elbows, knees, and kicks. So if you shadow box elbows, and then you start putting it together with boxing. You can shadow box knees. Long knee. Shadow box kicking. Rise, 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 rise. Notice when I kick and I go all the way around, I don't stand like this, because this is what will happen. Let me use a student. If I kick at him and he moves back out of the way, right here, that's when he's going to get me. Or he kicked me up in the head. Wham! See, right there. So when the Thais spin around, when they miss a kick, they have to recover. And like that. So when you're shadow boxing, when you go all the way around with the kick, recover with his knee up, forward and hands up. Learn to control your body weight and your balance. Same thing. Put it all together. Boxing, elbows, knees, waist kick, A couple of my students come out and they will Thai shadow box. Thai boxing stance. Shadow box, elbows. Use all the elbows that you know. Regular elbows, upward elbows, downward elbows, spinning back elbows. And be creative with them. They're like musical notes. Just play a tune with your elbows. Just like you do when you play your tunes with punching, boxing. Shadow box knees. Long knees. Short knees. Skip knees. Curved knees. Okay, shadow box kicks. Okay, put it all together. Boxing, elbows, knees, kicks. Every technique you know in boxing or Muay Thai, any kind of stand-up that you know, put it together in a shadow boxing scenario. Be creative with it. Don't do the same thing all the time. Think up different combinations. Good, excellent. Thanks, guys. And that's it for Thai shadow boxing. In this segment, we'll look at training with equipment. There are lots and lots of different ways to train with different equipment. One of the best things to train your heaviness in your punches and your kicks, any of your striking, is the use of a heavy bag. There's the Thai heavy bag, in which you can kick and punch everything on this one, do leg kicks on it. The regular heavy bag, mostly just boxing. You can also knee and elbow on it, but not quite as good. This one's a little bit heavier, and it doesn't move around quite as much. There are all different kinds of bags. I like these two bags because you can work everything on them. On the Thai bag, you can work the lower kick down here like this. You can work punches. You can work elbows. You can work knees. I like to do this one because you can clench this one to work your close-in knees, okay? When you work the heavy bag, you want to think about power and heaviness. You'll never learn to box or fight punching one of these. You'll only learn how to hit hard and heavy on one of these. You won't learn how to fight. You learn how to fight by sparring and putting together the things you know into a sparring scenario and then seeing if it works. Hitting the mitts and other equipment by itself, you won't learn. You'll just learn how to hit hard. So it's a tool to use to develop different attributes. The attribute being power, endurance, heaviness in your punches and kicks. That's why the heavy bag is made, so you can learn to hit hard. I'm going to box it first. Notice I move around the bag. Traditionally, the bag should be swinging. As it swings, you move around the bag. So if it's swinging, you should never reach out and hold it and make it still. The purpose of the bag swinging is so you can learn to move around it and time your punches and kicks. When you're hitting the heavy bag, you should do every punch you know. You should isolate punches sometimes. Maybe you want to work just on your jab, so you can jab high, move, hit it. Think about transferring your body weight onto the bag. Rather than tapping it, drop your weight on the bag. Now, if you elbow the bag, it's the same thing, but the range is a little closer. I can't elbow from out here. I've got to get closer. You can put it together with your punches. On the kicks, the Thai bag is best for this because it's long. Make sure you have good form when you're hitting the bag. As you hit it and get more tired, more fatigued, then your form will go down. You should hit the heavy bag near the end of your training session. Training on the heavy bag and hitting the bag is more for developing power rather than precision or timing, like maybe hitting the focus mitts or sparring. Remember, the heavy bag is for learning how to punch hard and heavy. And that's punching on the Thai heavy bag. Okay, so let's look at hitting the regular heavy bag or the standard heavy bag. You'll find these in every single boxing gym. Any kind of gym that practices real hitting, you'll find heavy bags. That's the only way you learn how to hit hard and heavy with your punches. In a boxing gym, you won't find the Thai heavy bag because they don't kick. The heavy bag is a good tool to develop hard and heavy punches. It's hanging because when it moves, you have to move around the bag. Never reach out and touch the bag and hold it like this and then punch it, because you wouldn't do that in a fight. You wouldn't hold the guy like this and then punch him. So you have to move around the bag as you hit it. Try to maintain good form when you hit. Remember, whatever hand you hit with, the other one stays up, and vice versa. Don't go too crazy on the heavy bag, because again, you don't want to do that in a fight. You want to keep good structure as best you can. Obviously, the more tired and fatigued you get, your hands are going to drop, you're going to loop your punches more. But when you start hitting the heavy bag, try to keep as good a form as you can as you're hitting hard. As the round progresses, when you hit the bag, try to crowd the bag. What I mean by crowding it is getting closer to it and giving it harder and more punches. And that's hitting the heavy bag. Okay, the next piece of equipment I want to show you is the over and under bag. Notice that this is a stretchy bungee cord, and this bag goes back and forth in different directions. This is a good piece of equipment to develop timing of your punches, timing of your combinations, rhythm. There's a rhythm when you punch and when you kick. When you fight, there's a rhythm. And this is a very good tool for that. So I just want to kind of show you a little bit about it. Obviously, you can't just start punching bang, 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 because you haven't got the timing and the rhythm. This is a good way to practice getting your rhythm first. Just kind of do it like a musical metronome. See, every fourth note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. See it? Then you can break it down a little bit farther. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So just different rhythms like that. You could just work your jab first, because if you can't hit it with a jab, you're not going to hit it with your right cross and your hooks and uppercuts yet. So incrementally just build up your punching on it and move around it using the jab. Sometimes you'll miss, but you should work up to where you're missing a lot less than you hit it. I'm sorry, you're hitting it more than you're missing it. In the beginning, you will miss it a lot because you haven't got the rhythm of your body or the bag yet. When you start getting your jab, where you can hit it just about every time on cue at different times, then start throwing in your right hand. When you're shadow boxing, you're hitting the bag and you go 1, 2, it's the same rhythm when you hit this, but you have to time it right. When you can do that pretty much every time, then put it together with your jab. When you can jab it and cross it, then start working on the hook. Now this is a little more difficult because when you jab and cross, it's going to come back and forth in a straight line. When you hook it, it's going to go side to side. So that's the timing of it. Hook it right there. See it? One more time. 1, 2, 3. Just like if you're hitting the bag. 1, 2, 3. Shadow boxing. 1, 2, 3. Hit the bag. 1, 2, 3. Hitting this thing also mimics hitting a person's head because a person's head is moving back and forth like this. That's what this is for. This is someone's head, a moving target. You learn to hit rhythmically at something moving with your combinations. You can also work on defenses. You can slip it and bob. Hit, see it? Back and forth. And that's just a sampler example of hitting the over and under bag. You got to practice with this thing a lot before you get the rhythm of it. But once you do, you can have a lot of fun with it. Okay, another simple training tool is a rope. The rope signifies a fist. As you go underneath and come up and punch on the other side of someone throwing a punch. If I use my student, Jeremiah, this rope signifies his straight arm. So I'm doing the same thing under his arm as I'm doing under the rope, whether I'm punching or just moving. So if his arm is straight out, I'm doing the same thing underneath that arm, okay? Thanks. So this rope signifies an arm. We'll start with the basic movement. The basic movement is bobbing and weaving under that rope. Use it as you're making a V rather than a U. Don't make it rounded, a V. Make your legs, make your body go up and down, not your waist. Use your legs and turn that shoulder up and down, bobbing, weaving. If you go forward, obviously, you can go backward. And that's bobbing and weaving under the rope. Start this first, because this will coordinate your body with your feet. Make sure your feet don't get too close together. Make sure they stay apart, and just incrementally move down the rope. Keeping your hands up, good boxing structure. Okay, now we're going to look at some punches with the rope. As you come underneath it, you bob and jab on either side with that left hand. You can jab more than one time on one side and then come up on the other side. So you just kind of play your own game, your own tool with that punch. Any number of punches with that jab on either side. Okay? If you throw the cross, it's the same thing together with the jab. Only on this side you throw the cross, this side the jab and the jab and the jab, throw the cross on this side. A little bit more with the jab and cross. Okay, that's the jab and cross. Now, if you want to do the hook, notice when I bob and weave under this, this is a good time to use a body punch or a body hook. So to practice the hook under the rope, just hook as you move and bob under it and hook the body. You can also hook the head like this. Go over the rope as you go underneath it. Hash, hash, hash. So we got low ones, high ones. So that's the jab, cross, hook on the rope. Let me do that a couple times just so you can see what it looks like put together. There's no certain pattern for the punches. You put your punches together however you want to do it. But make sure you put the punches together in a good combination and that your feet are moving right, that you're balanced, that your boxing structure is good, that you're not too much off balance and just flailing. Okay, now let's look at the uppercut. As I go under, uppercut on the same side of the rope. Same side of the rope. Uppercut, 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 uppercut. Or I can go on opposite side of the rope. And I can go outside. So that's 3 ways to do the uppercut on the rope. Inside. Opposite on the outside. And the other one on the inside. We'll put those together with the jab and cross. And the hook. Now uppercut. And that's an example of hitting and moving along this rope. Excellent, excellent exercise for coordination of combinations and moving your body and your feet all together. Okay, on this section of the methods of training, we've covered solo training, we've covered training with some equipment, and now the other part is called training with a partner. Because if you can't train by yourself, or you can't train with a heavy bag, then you can have a partner train with you. There's a zillion kind of drills you can do, and we're going to go over a couple of them. The first one, we're going to use some focus mitts. When you hit the focus mitts, the first element I want you to understand is just hitting with single punches. If I hold up the left focus mitt, he's going to hit with the left jab. If I hold up the right hand, he holds the right cross. So we're just going to go back and forth with the straight punches. With the focus mitts, we'll call that element number 1. Go faster. Make sure you maintain good form when you're hitting these. Focus mitts are primarily used for precision and combination punching. Not too much power because the heavy bag does that. Focus mitts are the name of it, focus. You want to be like a laser in precision when you hit. That's why the targets are like this. Go heavier. Yeah, there you go. Harder. And notice I'm moving toward him. That makes him move and stay away from me. That causes him to stay at his range of hitting without getting too close. Because it's hard for him to effectively punch if I get too close to him. It smothers his punches. So he learns how to hit and move. In boxing, you've heard the term stick and move. That's what that means. Hitting and moving and staying at your distance so you can hit the person and he can't hit you. If I go toward him, that causes him to move away and stay out and stay away from me as he's hitting. Okay, so that's element number 1 with the focus mitt. Now, element number 2 with combinations. I'm going to hold one straight and the other one sideways. And he'll go jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross on this one, hook on this one, cross on this one. A little bit slower, Jeremiah. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Okay, so that's the second element. Harder. Go. Good. Okay, the second part of this one was still in element number 2. Jab, cross, hook, cross. As he crosses, I'm going to hook. And he's going to follow up with a cross and a hook. Let's look at that again. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Now I'm going to hook. He crosses and hooks. Notice when he does that last cross, 1, 2, 3, right there. When he crosses, that's a good time for me to hook and hit him. That's why he needs to bob and weave after he crosses right there, because this hook is coming. So that's a good way to train him bobbing and weaving this hook after he crosses this left hand, this last punch, the fourth punch. Jab, cross, hook, cross, bob and weave. 1, 2. Now, from right there, notice his body mechanics. His shoulders is a good time for me to cross him right here. So that's why he bobs and weaves on this side and comes up with a hook and a cross. One more time. Jab, cross, hook, cross, bob and weave. Notice how he comes up, and right there, he's cocked for his right hand to shoot. That's the one to hit with first. He hits with the right hand, and then follows with the hook, and then he bobs and weaves my right cross. Now look right there. He's cocked with that left hook right there, and that's why he follows with the hook first on that side. So go slow again. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Look at his body mechanics. He's cocked with the right cross first, follow with the hook. Now he bobs and weaves, hook first, then cross. A little bit faster. Notice, go slow. Notice I'm not doing this. See it? I'm not going over his head. I'm giving him a realistic angle at his jaw, because that's where he's going to get hit. That's where I'm going to aim, for his jaw and his head. So when I hook, when he does this one, I'm going to go right at his jaw. That's why he has to bob and weave correctly and go underneath it. And when I cross, I'm going to aim for his jaw. That's why he has to bob and weave correctly. Do it again. One more time. Jab, cross, hook, cross, bob and weave, cross, hook, bob and weave, hook, cross. One more time, a little bit slower. Jab, cross, hook, cross, bob and weave, cross, hook, bob and weave, hook, cross. Now, to finish up with this portion of it, when he bobs and weaves, he's going to hit the body. Bang, see it? 1, 2, hit the body. When he bobs and weaves, that's a good time for him to hit the body. Anytime you bob down underneath someone's punches, that's the perfect time to hit their body, because he's outstretched. It's a good time to hit the body. When I'm hooking, it's a good time to hit the body. Good. So on the focus mitts, we got 2 elements. The first element, straight punches. Jab, cross. That's it. Hash, hash, ha. Now you can tell them to do whatever you want to on those particular ones. For instance, double jab, double cross, jab, cross, jab. So you're working just the straight punches, and you can work them in combination or just randomly hold the mid up and he can hit them. The second element he puts in combinations. Jab, cross, hook, cross. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he bobs and weaves. The next part of that, he hits the body as he bobs and weaves. So we put those 2 together. Okay, now the third element When I'm out to hit this range and I step in to hit his body, he's going to cover his body when I hook to the body with the focus mitt. That simulates me hitting his body with a hook. I'm here and I hit the body. So he's going to uppercut with the opposite hand and then follow with a cross. One more time. Again. Good. On this particular one, when you block that body shot, uppercut with the opposite hand and then follow with the cross. See the body mechanics? Go a little bit slower. Uppercut, cross. Again. Good. Now, when he crosses, I'm going to bob and weave. 1, 2. See it? One more time. Hit the body. Uppercut. Bob and weave. Now we can go to the other side. Uppercut. Hook, cross. Bob and weave. 1, 2. That's the third element. Hitting the body. As he throws his uppercuts. Now, when you uppercut on the other side, finish with that cross and then bob and weave. Just finish with that cross. Every time. Again. Good. That's element number 3. So on the focus mitts, the 3 elements are, number 1, straight punches. Now, combinations with bobbing and weaving. Again. Good. The third element, I'm going to hit his body. He's going to use uppercuts. Other side. One more time. Good. I'm going to use it on another one of my students. Same thing. Element number 1. Element number 2. With the body shots when he bobs and weaves. Now with the body shots. And that's training with the focus mitt. We've looked at focus mitts with training with your partner. Now let's look at the Thai pad. Now, Terry and Jeremiah, they're going to do the 4 count. The 4 count starts off with a right kick, followed by a left hook, followed by a right cross, followed by a left kick. Notice, in the Thai stance, he does the Thai round kick, and then follows with a left hook. Notice when he hooks, he steps into a boxing stance. So he's not staying in that wider stance. He steps right back into the boxing stance, followed by the right cross. And then now, when he left kicks, he hops it back to get power from the left kick. One more time. Right kick, left hook, right cross, left kick. Good. Now do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now, that's a basic 4 count. There are 4 counts. The next one I want to do, we'll start with the left leg, the left round kick. So we'll do the left round kick, followed by a right cross, left hook, right kick. It's just opposite of the very first 4 count. Notice after he kicks with the left foot or the left leg, his body drops right there. Do it again, Jeremiah. Kick, drop, that's when the right hand hits. See it? Do it again. Drop the body weight, bang, right there. And then the hook comes up, and then the right kick. Good. Notice how his body mechanics. Left kick. This starts his right hand. That starts his left hand. This starts his right kick. His body's going back and forth, left to right, right to left. 4 count number 3 starts with the right kick. Left hook, right cross, and right kick again. Good. That's number 3. You're just doubling up on the right side. Right kick, left hook, right hand, right kick. Good. So he's going right, left, right again, but he's just doubling up on that right leg. A little bit faster. Good. Again. Good. Now it's important that the person holding the Thai pads adjust to this person. If he punches, that's his range. But because the Thai pads are being held out a little bit farther than his body is, he's going to have to adjust a little bit so he can kick. Otherwise, this person is going to be punching and then backing up to kick. That's not what should happen. He should punch and go right into the kick. So the person holding the Thai pad has to adjust for his kick. 4 count number 3. That's better. It goes right into the kick. After the punch. Good. Okay, 4 count number 4 is what you would guess it would be with the left leg. But we're going to double up on the left leg on the last kick. So we go left kick, right cross, left hook, and left kick again. That's it. 4 count number 4. Notice he left kicks, he hops it back. In Thai boxing, to get power from this lead leg, you've got to hop it back into the rear. You've got to bring it back so you get power from that rear leg. 4 count number 4. Good. Okay, now we're going to go through all 4 counts. 4 count number 1. Right kick, hook, cross, left kick. 4 count number 2. Left kick, right cross, left hook, right kick. Number 3, right kick, right kick. Number 4, left kick, left kick. When you're training with the Thai pads, there are 2 ways you can do it. One is making preconceived drills like we did in the last session, where the person holds the pads for a specific technique, whether it be punches, then he holds it for kicks, then he holds it for knees, then he holds it for a kick again. So you can make specific drills and count each one out, and the person holds them stationary for each technique. The other way to do it is for this person to randomly feed me the Thai pads. That's what it's called. He's feeding me the Thai pads. That way, I can kick whatever kick I want to do, grab and knee him and kick him any way I want to do it, or any way, any time I want to kick him. So, for example, as I kick, he just turns because he doesn't know what kick I'm going to use or when I'm going to grab him to knee. So he isn't holding them for me to kick. He's reacting to my kick. And that's randomly feeding the Thai pad. Make sure that the person holding the Thai pad understands that he's reacting to the person's kick, not holding him in place when you're feeding him like that. Okay, the next part of partner training would be sparring. In boxing, obviously, they spar with gloves, mouthpiece, headgear, and they go hard. That's how you learn to hit with precision, hit with power, learn how to work your defenses. Sparring is going against a resisting opponent that is trying to hit you and you're trying to hit them back. You're mimicking fighting is when you're sparring. That's I would call it the laboratory. You learn certain tools outside the laboratory, and then you take those tools and try to make them work in the laboratory. So you're sparring, that's when you try to work your jab, your cross, your hooks, your bob and weaves. And in boxing, they spar hard all the time, every day. And in Muay Thai, when they spar, they only spar hard boxing. They don't spar hard kicking and kneeing and elbowing, because as you can imagine, if you were sparring hard with knees and that hard elbow and the kicking, the injury rate would be too high and you wouldn't be able to fight. You wouldn't be able to compete because you're too busy trying to fix your injuries. So in Muay Thai, they spar hard with headgear and boxing gloves and mouthpiece, boxing part of it. But when they kick and knee and elbow with the punching, they put it in a more timing-oriented sparring session, And we'll cover that in the next session of this DVD. This section is called counter strike. We'll look at some specific counters to specific strikes. So when Jeremiah, when he throws a left jab, I'm going to show 3 counters to this left jab. When he jabs, I can split it high. What I mean by split is his arm is splitting. I'm on the outside and this is on the inside and I'm hitting him high to the face. Okay? So split high, split high, split high. So if he was just jabbing me and I was parrying and we were just kind of working it, split high. That's when I would fit it in. So when you're sparring with a mouthpiece and gloves on, that's one of the things you would try to do when this person jabs is split high, hit him in the face. Okay? It's easier to do it here because I can play with it and he's not really trying to hit me hard, but I can time it right there. If he goes a little bit faster, split high. It's easier for me to do it because he's not hitting me. When you spar and you're getting hit, it's more difficult. That's when you really learn how to do it, when you can do it under pressure. The next one I want to do, if he jabs, I want you to do the same split, except this time I'm going to hit him in the solar plexus or in the rib cage. Just hit low. Split low. Split low. Split low. So if I play with his jab, parry, parry, split low. Split low. Split low. So number 1 was split high. Number 2, split low. The next one I want to do, when he jabs, I want to cross over the top of it. Okay, that's the original meaning of right cross, was when this person uses his left hand, I go across his arm. Another reason it's called a cross is because I'm going across my body. Okay, so when he jabs, I go across and hit him. I beat him to the punch. As he jabs, I hit him right there before his jab gets to me. Or I'm leaning a little bit and slipping a little bit and just threading it over the top, right there on over his shoulder, and throwing a right cross. That's the 3rd counter to the left jab. There are many, many, many counters. I'm just giving you examples. Number 1, split high. Number 2, split low. Number 3, cross. High, low, cross. Okay? Play with it, split high. Play with it, split low. Cross. Cross. Split high. And that's some counters to the jab. Okay, let's look at some counters to the cross. Since we're specifically talking about Muay Thai, you can counter with punches or kicks or knees, whatever you want to do. Here's some specific ones. When he right crosses, I want you to scoop it with your left hand. That opens him up on that side. Scoop. When you scoop it, I want you to hop this leg back at the same time. And now I'm going to left kick. So scoop, left kick. Scoop, left kick. Scoop, left kick. Scoop, left kick. Okay, now the next one. As he crosses, block it with your arms. Like when you do a long knee. And just knee him. You're smothering his punch right here. And then kneeing him. Bang, when he's open. Another way to do that one is when he crosses, knock his arm down as you knee him. Daddy, 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 daddy. Notice I'm leaning back when I knee. We covered that in the knee DVD. Daddy, daddy. That's the counter to the right cross using the knee. Now, the next counter I'm going to do, when he crosses, I'm going to use my right kick on the leg or the middle section or up high to the face. One more time. Go slow, Jeremiah. See, I'm moving away from his cross, going this way, go straight. You're slipping it and kicking the leg, kicking the body, kicking the face. So the 3 counters to the right cross. Scoop, left kick, long knee, right kick low, high, and medium. Now we'll look at some counters to the left hook. We'll start this with motion. He's going to jab and then cross and then left hook. That's when I'm going to use my counter of for the left hook. So I'm going to parry this one, parry the cross, and when he hooks, I'm going to step in and cover right here. One more time. So parry, parry, cover. One more time. Parry, parry, cover. From the cover, I'm going to right cross, left hook, right cross. Again. Cover, right cross, hook, cross. And because you're in sort of a close proximity, this is more of a short right. And then hook and then cross again. So it's not a long, it's more of a short right or short overhand with the right hand. Parry the jab, parry the cross, cover the hook, cross, hook, cross. One more time. A little bit quicker. That's number 1. Number 2, jab, cross, cover. Now I right elbow and left elbow. One more time. Cover, elbow, elbow. Be careful when you're doing these because elbows will cut really easy on a person's face. So do these easy and take your time. Don't go too fast or too hard when you're elbowing the face. Just take your time. Cover, right elbow, left elbow. Again. Cover, right elbow, left elbow. Cover, right elbow, left elbow. That's number 2. The next one I want to do, parry the jab, parry the cross. As you cover on the inside, use your left hand on his neck for a lever. It comes on the back of his neck, and I'm pushing his head over as a lever. That keeps him away from me. Inside, right here. One more time. Cover, right here, and lever on the neck. As I push out, his natural inclination is to push forward back to me because he wants to get back. As he comes forward, you release it in an elbow, and then come back with another elbow. Cover with the neck lever. Right elbow, left elbow. Again. Cover, lever on the neck. As he pushes back, release it, right elbow, left elbow. He just falls right into it. Elbow, elbow. Number 1, cover, cross, hook, cross. Number 2, cover, right elbow, left elbow. Number 3, cover with a lever on the neck, right elbow, left elbow. And those are some counters for the left hook. Let's look at some counters to the right round kick. When he kicks with his right leg, I'm going to counter it with the first thing, shield. Just lift the knee and point the knee toward his leg, toward his shin. That way his shin runs into that sharp point of the knee. If you've ever banged your shin into some corner of a table or a chair, you know how bad it hurts. And that's what you're doing. You're pointing your knee and he's hitting his shin on it. Make sure when you do that, notice my foot, it's up like this, it's not pointed down. If you point your foot up, that tightens up this area of the leg. If you point your foot, it loosens this up and you're more likely, if you crash shins, you're going to break your leg. So put your foot up when you counter with the knee. Shield. Also notice, I'm not standing straight up, I'm crouching into a ball. Because sometimes this person is really kicking hard or maybe he's heavier and you have to really make a shield of your body when you pick that leg off. So tighten everything up like that. Shield. 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 Notice, if he faked low and just kind of went high, if I just went like this, oh no, see, I get caught there. So that's why your hands need to be up as you shield in case he comes up high with it. Bang. Bang. Okay, number 2. As he kicks, I'm going to foot jab with my left leg. And I'm intercepting his kick with my foot jab. Or I can do them with the right leg, foot jab, left foot jab. I'm watching his hip because his hip and shoulders precedes his kick. That's when you pick it up. If I wait for his kick to come out, it's too late. When I see his hip move, bang, that's when I get him. Intercepting, foot jab, boom, and then I can follow up with combinations. So number 1 is a shield. Number 2 is foot jab. Number 3, I'm going to wrap it. Notice how I move at an angle to cut the power of his leg. In Thai boxing, if you stand there and catch it, you're going to catch the shin on your rib cage, and that's not good. So the kick is too powerful. It's not a snapping type kick, so you have to get yourself away from the power. Just cut the angle. But also notice if I catch it here, he can grab me. And now he can knee me. Yeah, see? So you have to counter that so he can't grab you. As I wrap, I lean him out. And that way he's off balance. Lean, see it? One more time. Okay, but I'm not pushing him over. So stand straight up when because I'm going to run him backwards. I'm going to run him into a wall or run him into the cage or into the ropes. Okay? Now from here I can knee it. One more time. Cut the power and lean. As I knee it, I'm going to put this foot behind his leg and that trips him. Then we can start over. Or if I want to grapple with it, we can go to the ground. Cut the power. As you cut the power, make sure lean, knee, step behind him. From here, we could leg lock. We could flip him all the way over and go into just different locking procedures or grappling modes. Number 1, on the counter of the round kick, shield, shield. Number 2, foot jab with either leg. Boom. Right when he starts to kick, that's when you foot jab him. You intercept his jab. You intercept his right kick with your foot jab. You beat his kick with your kick. Number 3, cut the power, lean. Knee the inside of the leg, step through, and we go to the ground. One more time. Shield, foot jab, cut the power, lean, knee, step, and trip. And those are some counters to the right round kick. All right, we've looked at some counters to the punches, some counters to the kicking, and now we're going to look at some counters for someone who wants to wrestle with you. So Jeremiah, let me use you. When he wants to engage and wrestle with me, he'll shoot in and do maybe a single leg tackle or maybe a double leg tackle. When he comes in, he shoots in. Shoot, okay? So we're going to counter that. The first one, we'll call it the hop and knee. The important thing to remember, when he shoots, he does it in a straight line. When wrestlers or grapplers shoot and try to take you down, they don't shoot in a circle. They shoot in a straight line, like a bull in a matador. So he's going to shoot straight line. The important thing is to get off the line. That's how he misses. Like a matador, when he comes in straight, they just get off the line and he goes by. So that's the first part of the hop and knee. As he shoots in, I hop, and that gets me off the line. As he comes in to shoot, I'm also touching his head so I can understand where his head is. Remember in the other DVD we did playing with the football and elbowing. This is similar to that. Sensitivity of when getting off the line, hopping and grabbing his head so I maintain contact with it. As I hop out of the way and move off the line, I just knee it right there. Go slow. Off the line, hop, and knee. Off the line and knee. It doesn't matter which way I do it. I can go with either knee. But the important thing is, as I hop, I'm getting off the line. So he's still going in a straight line because he can't shoot like that. He shoots in a straight line. So you just make him miss the shoot and then knee. Hop and knee. Hop and knee. Off the line, knee. Off the line, knee. Off the line, knee. And then you could go in, if you're a grappler yourself too, you can go into grappling procedures from there. And that's the hop and knee against the shoot. The next counter I'm going to show you against the shoot is the hop and kick. It's similar to the hop and knee, only as I get off the line, I kick with the shin, and I'm pushing his head a little bit farther away. Hop, and hit with the shin on the face or on the head. So it's kind of a short version of the round kick, and I'm just bumping him with the end of my shin there near my knee as I kick the face. Bang, right there. Do this one easy, because this look, I mean, it's simple to do, but if you go too fast, you don't have control, you'll accidentally kick and knee your person you're afraid in the face. So go kind of slow at first. Hop off the line, kick the head, hop and kick. Hop and kick. Go both ways. Hop and kick. Notice as I hop, I'm pushing his head a little bit farther away so I can get the shin. Hop, kick. Hop, kick. Hop and knee. Hop and kick. Hop and knee. Hop and shin. Hop and kick. And that's the counter to the shoot called the hop and kick. The next counter to the shoot, I'll call it the matador uppercut. It looks like this. When he shoots in, I get off the line. Again. Get off the line. Get off the line. As I get off the line, uppercut right here. Uppercut. Uppercut. Because again, he has to shoot straight. And if he goes real slow, as I make him miss, that's when my uppercut's hitting him. Bang, right there. Boom, right there. And then you can follow it with whatever you want. Bang, bang. And then follow with combinations. Go this side. You can go either side. A right uppercut. Same thing, except I'm just switching my feet from a left lead to a right lead. But as I'm switching, I'm getting off the line. That way he's shooting straight ahead. Bang, right there. And then come back over with an overhand would be a good one. Bang. Bang. So, the three counters to the shoot. Hop and knee. Hop and kick. Uppercut. Get off the line, uppercut. Get off the line, uppercut. Hop and knee. Make sure and get off that line. Hop and knee. Hop and kick. Uppercut. And then follow with different combinations. Okay, we learned countering the shoot. Sometimes you don't get the technique you want. You can't get everything every time. Sometimes you miss the knee to the head, you miss the kick to the head, you miss the uppercut, and he takes you down anyway. The only thing I can say is you have to cross-train. Make sure that you learn grappling and submissions also, just as much as you learn boxing or Muay Thai or any other art. You've got to be well-rounded if you're going to be able to, if you're talking specifically about MMA, compete at the level people are at today, they're all cross-training. They're all learning how to fight. They're all learning how to stand up and fight. They're all learning how to fight on the ground. Wrestlers get in there. They learn how to box. The boxers are learning how to wrestle and how to do submissions. So the only logical explanation is to be well-rounded, to know a good stand-up game, to know a good ground game. So after missing, when he shoots in and I miss this knee and he grabs me, we're going to go right in and I'm going to pull him into my guard. This is why you should learn about grappling, so you can be safe down here in this position so that you can get back up. If you're a hitter or a striker, then you're safe down here because you understand what's going on, and to be not get caught with something so you can get back up into your regular mode that you're more comfortable in. But you should get pretty comfortable down here too, because a wrestler or grappler will always force a stand-up person down. But the stand-up person will never force the grappler to get up. See what I mean? Given enough time, this grappler will take the stand-up guy down every single time. But the stand-up guy will never force the guy on the ground to stand up. Because you've seen it in the UFC. The guys lay on the ground, they stay there. They don't stand up if they don't want to. And the guy can't make them stand up. Okay, so if I have this person in the guard, he's going to sit back, just like he's boxing, up on his knees here like this. He's not going to come forward, because if he comes forward, then I can wrap him up, and then he can't hit. So for him to be able to hit in a good position, he's got to be more upright. So he can throw the cross, he can throw the jab, he can throw the hook, he can throw the hook, okay, jab, cross. So we can just feed him, just like we did when you're standing up. Just because you get on the ground doesn't mean that you forget everything when you're standing up. You bring what you know standing up down here and just modify it. So we'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's as simple as that. You're hitting him with the right cross. Hit me the right cross. Hitting him with a jab. You're hitting him with a hook. You're hitting the body with a hook. You're doing the same thing. Low hook, low, high, low hook. Yeah, see? So you're just boxing from this position. That's all he's doing. He's punching from this position. If he elbows, it's the same thing. He can throw a right elbow. He can throw a left elbow. Now, rather than trying to reach for me with an elbow, with his right elbow, he's going to reach. See, I can see it coming, and I can pass it and start countering him, okay? So it's better that he grabs the back of my head from down here. Now elbow. Bang. See it like that. So from that position, he punches a couple times. Bang, bang, bang. Then he grabs. Elbow. That's a good time to elbow, when you grab the back of the head and bring him up. So then it's harder for me to counter him because I'm all scrunched together. Okay? So we'll just do a drill. He's going to jab, cross, jab, and at his discretion, he's going to grab the back of my head and right elbow. Go. Now he's going to do the same thing, except with the left elbow. So he's going to grab the back of my head with his right hand and elbow with the left elbow. Now he can alternate back and forth. He's punching either hand. He's hooking, because I can hold the mitts up like this. He can hook. He can straight punches. He can hook. I can hold him however I want to for him to do that. And at his discretion, he grabs with either hand and elbows. Don't forget elbowing the midsection. From the punch, from right to crunch, he could drop down and elbow with the rib cage. Elbow right there. After he punches with the right hand, elbow right there. 1, 2. See it? Punch and then elbow. Bang, right there. Same hand. 1, 2. Do it again. Bang, bang. 1, 2. See it? Now, this drill also inadvertently helps me develop my abs. Because if you're sitting here holding these pads for round after round, you're doing crunches, and you're going to have some super abs. So everybody that wants good abs, do this drill. Punching, punching, punching. You daze him, and then grab him. Boom, wham. Hit him with that elbow. Elbow. Good. Now, that's punching from the guard. He's in my guard. he's punching sitting straight up. He's not too close to me, because if I reach up, that's not very good for me to be able to reach up, because he's going to elbow and punch me. Plus, if he gets too low, I can wrap him up now, and it's hard for him to punch. Okay? And that's him punching and elbowing in my guard. I want to say something here right at the last. This DVD was a long one, but there was a lot of material to cover. We put everything together. We put the boxing together with the kicking, together with the knees and elbows, different combinations. The important thing is be creative. Put your own exclamation point on it. Don't try to be exactly like someone else. You can't be someone else. All you can be is yourself. When I teach my students, I teach them how to punch, how to kick, how to grapple, how to use weapons, but I don't teach them how to do it the way they're going to do it. Just like I can't teach them what kind of food they're going to like or what kind of way they're going to decorate their house. That's their own personal expression of how they do things because they're individuals. Martial art is no different. You're going to pick things that work for you. Martial arts is like you're going to go buy a new car. Everybody drives a different car, a different color. They like a different style. They like leather interior. It's all different. They decorate their houses different. They go to a restaurant. They choose different foods. Nobody likes the same thing. Martial art is the same way. You cannot mass produce martial arts students to look like you. It'll never happen because then you don't allow them to be themselves. So I teach them to punch and kick and grapple, and they develop their own way to do it, their own way to fit the techniques in. And if you practice hard and a lot and have a lot of discipline, work your own style, work all the different kind of combinations you can think of, put these things together. And another thing, make sure and cross-train. Make sure and learn the game of boxing. Learn the game of kicking. Learn the game of kickboxing, because those are 3 different games. Learn the game of grappling, just wrestling. Learn the game of submissions. Those are 2 different things, because a collegiate wrestler and a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu person, that's 2 distinct different ways of fighting. Learn them both. That way you understand how the guy wrestles. That way you understand submissions and other grappling methods. Be well-rounded. Be like a chameleon and fit into any form that comes in within your range. Know how to deal with it. Be comfortable on the ground. Be comfortable standing up. Know how to defend against a boxer. Know how to defend against a submission guy. Know how to defend against someone who shoots in for the tackle or the grab. So just be well-rounded. There's no real secret in martial arts other than maybe that. Just be cross-trained and be familiar with different structures, different ranges of combat. The last thing I want to say, and it's really been awesome to do this DVD series with you guys, and thank you, Jeremiah, and thank you, Terry. When you train in Muay Thai, make sure that you respect your partner before you train with them. Before you train on the Thai pads, you notice, before we train on the focus mitts, each of us we did our respects to each other. In Muay Thai, that's just how it's done. If you go to a Thai camp in Thailand and you train and you don't respect each other before you train, you're liable to get kicked in the neck. It's just how it's done. Always respect one another. The reason is, when you respect, you're doing 3 things. First thing, you're respecting the person you're training with. You respect him as a person. We respect also the Thai people who, like Arjan Chai, came to our country and taught us Muay Thai. But last, it's because you respect yourself. And everyone knows if you don't respect yourself, you don't respect anything. So always, always, when you train in Muay Thai, and I myself and my students, when we train in all the arts, we always respect each other before we train. And I hope you enjoyed this DVD. Please check out all the other 4 DVDs. It will definitely enhance your game, your stand-up game, in the cage, in the ring, or possibly when you get in confrontations on the street. Thank you very much.